It was finally confirmed that the Apex Valakar is finally making its way into the Persistent universe for Star Citizen Alpha 4.2, and Zach Priest, one of the lead developers for this beast, has provided new insight into what players can expect from this Apex creature encounter. At the moment, the Valakar is being balanced for a group size of around 4 players, but that number is not set in stone. According to Zach, this is exactly what the PTU testing phase is for, to fine-tune things like time to kill and ideal group size based on what real player feedback and performance are. During internal testing, a group of 4 players was able to bring the Valakar down in about 8 minutes. However, Zach emphasized that as more people are involved in the fight, the loot gets divided among a large number of players, which naturally creates a strategic trade-off. One important point here that Zach rose was that server performance is currently limiting the Valakar's full capabilities. At the moment, server frame rate issues are preventing the creature from showing its more dangerous behavior and restricting the frequency of intensity of reinforcement during the battle. Something in the PTU right now is consuming a lot of server resources, but the team is actively working on finding out the issue for that particular problem. Once those optimizations are in place, players can expect a far deadlier encounter, one that better reflects the original vision for the fight. Still, not everyone is convinced that a 4-player boss fight is the right decision. One player on Spectrum expressed concern that the scale of the Apex Swarm fight shown at CitizenCon gave the impression of a much larger and more epic raid. That representation sparkled the imagination of players who were hoping for content that required 15 to 20 players to complete a truly large-scale coordinated challenge that would deliver the kind of spectacle and teamwork Star Citizen is capable of. Zach responded to this feedback by clarifying that there were no universal rule for how many players will be needed to fight the Apex creature in the future. The current version of the Apex Valakar fight is designed for 4 players, but that is not indicative of all future content. For example, the Saint Valakar that we saw at CitizenCon was originally planned for a group of 8 players, so that doesn't mean that the one that we're seeing in 4.2, which is the irradiated Valakar in Pyro, is not going to be universal for all the Valakars that will be eventually in the verse. Zach explained that it's important to maintain a healthy variety of experiences. While large group battles can be epic, they are also much harder to coordinate. Having different types of content with varying player count requirements helps make the game more accessible while still delivering on the fantasy of large-scale encounters. According to Zach, the development approach is to start small and build up. As the team becomes more confident in building these boss-style encounters, they will begin to incorporate more elements from the broader game world. That includes the use of vehicles, ships, and other player-driven systems. In Star Citizen, nothing is faked. Ammunition is limited, damage matters, and the gear and vehicles that you bring to a fight can completely change the outcome. The eventual goal is to include everything from bombing runs with an A2 to capital ship fire support and dynamic battlefield roles. What makes Star Citizen's approach to boss encounters so unique is its emphasis on physicality and scale. Players could potentially land on the creature mid-fight, engage in combat on its back, and take off again, all within a single encounter. The variety of tools available, from tractor beams to salvage systems, opens the door to gameplay scenarios that simply don't exist in other games. That scale and ambition are part of what defines the Star Citizen experience. The development of creature encounters began with simpler creatures like the Copian or the Marok, and these early steps allowed the developers to understand the technical challenges involved, things like spawning, despawning, loot handling, and how to deal with network instability in persistent worlds. Those lessons are now being applied to more complex Apex encounters like the Valakar. The key takeaway from Zach's comments is that the current tuning for the Valakar is not a sign of reduced ambition. Rather, it reflects a careful and deliberate approach to scaling up this type of content. Not every fight will be a massive raid, but the team fully intends to deliver large-scale cinematic and collaborative encounters in the future. Star Citizen's unique combination of sandbox mechanics, persistent world systems, and physicalized gameplay offers a foundation for boss fights that no other game can match, and the Valakar is just the beginning. If you enjoy this breakdown of Zach Priest's comments on Spectrum, well, don't forget to leave that thumbs up. It really helps a lot. Have you tried the irradiated Valacar in the PTU, which is now open to all wave, by the way? Well, let me know what your experience was in the comment section down below. As far as I'm concerned, I have not been able to do it yet, simply because I have died every time. Every time I got before any centers. Maybe I need to go with a group, I suppose. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Star Citizen content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.